Hello, here we are again on Social Investment Focus. Glad to know you could join us again as we bring to you the numerous life-changing social intervention programs of the federal government. I am Sheung Olagunju. You're welcome. Empower is one of the programs under the federal government's social investment programs for jobs creation and empowerment initiatives. It was created to reduce unemployment and bring about a system that would facilitate employability, entrepreneurial and technical skills.
Empower is a job creation effort, so it's to address unemployment. So there were two categories, the graduate and the non-graduate categories. And it's a 2-year program for the graduate, 18 to 35 years of age, and they apply on an online platform to create a level playing field.
My name's Ndife Fidelis Onyeka. I'm 31 years old. I'm a farmer. I'm from Anambra West, in Anambra State. Then I'm from Nyatanam precisely. Though immediately after my NYSC, I located at, came back to Onitsha here. I was in NYSC, walking in the streets one day. One guy told me that federal government want to empower people. I don't know the meaning of empower. I just say federal government want to give job. Then I get to apply that evening. When they sent information that go and check your names, whether if you are successful, I checked my name was congratulations. Then at the end of the thing, they asked me to choose my own device. I choose the device. I just threw in my mind that if this thing will be successful, if it is not successful, let me just leave it like that. But with time, they sent us message, I'll come and collect my device. Then when I got the device, I noticed that that device still has a video chat inside. It has a manual. There are so many applications that help somebody that wants to learn. You see, every night I used to, before I get to my bed, I must touch this phone because I must read something that related to my business. Even when I was 7, I have a little farm at the back of my hostel then when I was 7 in Oyo State. Then when Empower granted me that 150,000 once, then I started with poultry, broilers. People around this place, some are beginning to have interest in poultry. Many of them have started because of me. I used to give them knowledge. Even some secondary school around this place, all of them are coming in form of excursion. Every week, they are coming to this place to know what is happening. They use my farm as a learning school system. If they will have any agri practical or something, they will come to the farm to learn. I used to teach them because it's passion. I don't do this thing because of, I just have passion and I studied agri. I have passion. I want to do something with what my course of study. I thank God that today, I think I have a little success story. All the information, whatever I'm doing in poultry, all of them are here. I open Microsoft, I keep the information from day old, the cost, so that at the end, before you sell, you know the cost of production. Then this one now, I will use the Excel, keep the data, day 1, day 2, day 3, see the drugs we are going to give, when are you going to give vaccine, when are you going to give vitamin, what are you going to give antibiotics, what of the procedure, all those drugs, then you schedule those things.
His own broiler, when the broiler lives to 2 months, you will see a difference between the broilers of other people. And even the egg his egg, his own layers is producing a neat and beautiful egg, not even a small sizes. So he's producing a big size of egg. So his chicken is more different from other people, especially the broiler.
No, I really appreciate the federal government for their initiative at the first time to bring this platform. And this is the best I've ever seen in the country. I had somebody that at times they will say they want to employ some people. At the back they'll be doing something, but what Empower did to me in particular, because why some other people are receiving money is because my name, they wrote Ndife Fidelis instead of Ndife Fidelis. Instead of S, they use X. That is why I stayed 5 months without receiving. It shows me that this thing is very transparent.
My name is Nabu Mujisola Angela. I'm 29 years old. I'm a fish farmer. I'm one of the Empower volunteers. I'm from Ogun State. I lived in Ilashe. I loved fish farming right from school, but what motivated me is this Empower program. I was in my service years in Ondo State, serving as a corps member. Then I was hearing my fellow corps member, they were like, there's one program now, federal program, Empower. So I went with my friends, one of my friends that night, went to cafe, I registered. I don't know anybody about the selection process. I don't know anybody. Knowing fully well that I'm from a village, I'm not even connected to anybody except God. But when Empower came on board and I was posted to Laro Zone, they posted me to Ishaya Fish Farmers Association of Nigeria in this area, in Lashe. Starting with the Empower assignment, going around with the farmers, the fish farmers in my area. I started with the Empower allowance given to me in around February to rent 2 ponds. I rented the 2 ponds, and the chairman of the association gave me 800 fingerlings to raise to table size, which I did. That was how I started. Doing that, I was able to gain experience, and then going with them, seeing the production they did, and with the training received in Ogadep, I was able to venture into production too. So I started my production in April with the 2 ponds, raising in 1 pond and doing production in the next 1 pond. In August that last year, I was able to go to rent an extra 2 ponds, which I used for my production, and the other 2 for raising into table size. So that was how I started. And with the saving from Empower allowance and the saving from my fish farm, I was able to get 8 plots of land at the rate of 500,000 naira. Now I was about to construct 10 ponds. For now, the digging of the pond is ongoing. We've already completed 2, and they've started the 3rd one. Apart from the 30,000, last year we are giving a book, a manual on every aspect of agriculture. It is so helpful, and also this device that will be so helpful too. I go online, search for things I need for myself and my fish farming too. There is a video there on fish farming, the process from breeding to raising. There are a lot of applications in there. We have PowerPoint, we have Excel, we have Microsoft. Then I can easily go to my Microsoft and type my document. Then I take it to the cafe to print it out with my tablet. So it has been so helpful. Empower. I would say this one is not empty promises. It takes some of us to our dream in life. Though the money might be small, but if we can make use of it, if we can use it properly, we'll be able to achieve our goal in life.
My name is Philip Gabriel. I am from Kogi State, but based here and working here in Bauchi State. I am the Chief Biomedical Technician of Bauchi State and also the Head of Biomedical Engineering Unit of the Specialist Hospital here. Initially, we were 2 in the hospital before one of us died and I was left alone. So the job was like too much for me. I hardly have time for myself until when Empower was introduced, and luckily a candidate was sent to us. And really, I must say she has really been helpful to us, because most of the time I'll be at home, I'll receive an emergency call that we have a problem. Being that her house is closer to the hospital, I will just call her, please, there is a problem, just go and attend to them. And before you know it, she's there before I come and join her. And even in some of the hospitals within the states, we do travel out of the state to work, and she has really been helpful. So I must say, Empower is really a welcome development, especially in biomedical engineering unit. I wish it's possible for us to get more hands, because we are really short of biomedical technicians, especially in Bauchi.
Starting your business shouldn't be a scare when you have the right support. Support that helps you grow. Support that helps you expand beyond borders. And this support extends to every single person on the value chain, all the way down to the leaders of the next generation. At Bank of Industry, we believe that supporting one is supporting all, with a system set up to provide financial and advisory support for growing and large businesses. Visit any of our offices, website, or social media pages to get in on how you can benefit from this today. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
Thanks for staying with us on Social Investment Focus. This edition, our focus is on Empower. Afolabi Imokwede is a Senior Special Assistant to the President on Jobs Creation, and he is in charge of Empower.
Empower is one of our national social investment program. As you would recall, when the President, Muhammadu Buhari, and his vice, Yemi Osinbajo, exactly 4 years ago when we were campaigning on the streets of Nigeria, we did promise Nigerians, we made some specific promises to Nigerians, one of it being we will tackle youth unemployment and try to see how we would work to increase of economic opportunities for Nigerian youth. So the Empower program speaks directly to youths. The youths within the ages of 18 to 35 are the beneficiaries of numerous Empower program. Being a youth program, we divided it broadly into what you call graduate component and the non-graduate component. And the graduate component, which is perhaps the most popular because you always hear the talk around 500,000 youths, 500,000 youths. And that's really the graduate component. And we unpack that in two batches. The graduate component tend to focus in our communities where they work as volunteers in public primary schools and in some states in secondary schools. Those are the ones you know as the NTEACH. We have over 300,000 of them in the NTEACH component. Then you have the NAGRO. These are volunteers who work in every local government across Nigeria, working through the agri-development program in rural farms with our as extension advisory assistants to our rural farmers. We have about 130,000 of them, and then the balance is the NHealth component, where they also work as, again, volunteers in our public primary health care facilities across all the 774 local governments. We have a few of them as well, perhaps just about 5,000 of them across country, that are also in the NTax component, or what you call the community tax liaison officers. Really, their job is to advocate on the importance of tax payment. In December 2016, we rolled in the batch 1, 200,000 of them, and in August 2018, the batch 2, 300,000 of them were rolled in. Now, the non-graduate component, which are the skills to enterprise, we work with the various industrial clusters addressing what you call the skill competency gaps. And for those ones, we have those that are in the vocational component, which is the NBuild. The NBuild, they work in the construction industry, they work in the automobile industry, and most recently also some of them would be in the hospitality industry. We then also have a few of them that are trained in the technology component, the tech hardware, where they train around repair of devices, smartphones, devices, laptops. And we have some that are designed for software development. They train and learn everything around coding and software development. And the last component is the NPower Creative, where they learn everything around what our media crew are doing: editing, filming, animations, illustrations, graphics. So it's a very transparent process. Everything we do with NPower starts and ends with technology. So we didn't just bring in a technology component as part of the components of NPower, but we actually also have used technology from day one. So a portal was created at the very beginning, www.npower.gov.ng. That is really the landing page of everything NPower. And for when we started I think the portal opened June 12, 2016 to the public, and we asked everyone to go and apply. Everyone in the nooks and cranny of Nigeria apply. So when we conclude applications, we invite them to also write their test. They write their tests online, and after writing their test, we go into the selection phase. Now, the selection phase is done in such a way that it's really using technology algorithms. You don't need to know anyone, and that's a short testimony of any and every NPower beneficiary who didn't have to know any governor, senator, nor any one of us. So basically, it's a technology algorithm, and based on our selection criteria across country, because you need to understand that we have to respect the federal character principle and also respect areas. We also give priority to areas of insurgency in the Northeast. So we have a selection criteria that panders to all of those, the nuances, the balanced nuances of our country. And once we plug those criteria into the algorithm, and the technology algorithm really just does a random selection of qualified beneficiaries. And once they do, we notify them by SMS and emails that they gave us during the application. As we're doing that, at the same time, we'll also send the list to the states through our appointed governors, appointed state focal persons, that are liaisons between the federal and their state. And at the same time, we also send the list to the National Assembly.
My name is Oriyoyi Benedict Baishimore. I hail from Odun Jemitale community in Odunla, in Ilaje local government area of Ondo State, southwest region of Nigeria. I'm one of the beneficiaries of NPower, and my program is NTeach, because I am a graduate of physics education from Obafemi Awolowo University at the Yemi College of Education campus. And prior to this period, I don't actually have what I'm doing. I just freelance on the street. But when this opportunity came, I I reluctantly apply because I'm neither the son of a governor or the son of a senator. Eventually, the program started. I was deployed to my place of primary assignment. I was doing my job. The next thing that came up was that I have a reflection of what happened to me when I was serving as an NYSC corps member, that there was no proper plan. And I look at it that opportunity comes but once. I have to look around and maximize the opportunity around me, because my PPA is in the riverine area of Ondo State, where they produce bulk of crayfish. And incidentally, I have once been a fisherman. I started fishing with my father at the age of 5. Now that I am married, I have responsibility. The nature has compelled me to be responsible, naturally. So as a result of that, I told my wife that my 30,000 naira, this is what I'm going to do. That, madam, this is what I will be dropping at home every month. I have to invest in a business that I know is very lucrative, which I have done before by my experience as a fisherman then. I started mopping up cash. Gradually, I started the crayfish business. And I am making some money. I'm making good money. Profit is coming in. And at that point, I discovered that I cannot do it alone. I have to engage about 5 young men. 2 ladies who are school start holder, and 1 NC holder and 2 BSc holder that are working with me in the factory. So once I am back to my PPA, my factory is running, and I will be monitoring them with my tab given by Empower. So I monitor my activities because I track all my package. I know what is going out and what is coming in. My own is to take stock and they send it to me.
When I got my first stipend on 30th of December, I was in cafe my kid, and I just got money now. Let me just squander it anyhow I want. Anyhow, why don't I just think of something? Maybe I have an idea in something. I said, okay, let me try poultry. And in March, invested the first part of the money. And this is the 7th week. I've already sold more than 90% of my produce. And currently now, I'm expecting another batch, inshallah.
When they started this program, I tried to apply it. I applied actually, but I didn't believe I'm going to get the job. I was saying federal government, who do I know? I don't know anybody. I've been applying ever since. I've not been getting since 2008. Presently, I've been going through a hard time. So this program has really helped me in upholding my family, because I've been able to put 3 square meals on the table. I just want to say a very big thank you, and I hope it will not just stop at that, because it's going to just take me back to square one.
When I was still working with that private school, I used to find it difficult to cope, financially, because the money was a no-go area. You can't even buy bread. You have appetite for bread. You can't even buy, but now you can use it for anything. Even now, I'm planning to, because of this Empower program, to start my masters.
My name is Shirbenwan Prince. I'm in J. Swanson. I like my Agric teacher because she teaches us on how we can control weeds in our crops. Like now, I have a farm at home, and now I'll be able to know how to control the weeds.
And that's our package on social investment focus for today, where we brought you details of the Empower program. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch this and past editions of the program. I am Sheung Olagunju. Thanks for watching.